Hello and welcome to our very first episode of Wrong Town. We're a brand new show that highlights the culture and beauty of Guyana, bringing to light topical issues that are the result of our rapidly changing society. I'm your host, Alex Arjun, and we have a very special show planned for you today. But before we begin, I'd like to let viewers know a little bit more about me. I'm a born and bred Guyanese, and my profound love and passion for this country inspired me to return home after 5 years of schooling in the US, so that I can share with you as many different cultural and social perspectives so that we together can unify our beautiful Guyana. And what better way to kick off our show than with the most beautiful asset Guyana has to offer? That's right, folks. I'm talking about Guyanese women. Who doesn't love Guyanese women? They're debatably the most attractive and intelligent women in the Caribbean, and a key component that adds to our rich culture and diversity. But as important as they are to our society, historically, Guyanese women haven't always had the liberty to voice their opinion on a public forum without fear of backlash and consequence. And like in any other minority group in society, this can be hugely frustrating for women who just want to be treated as equals to men. It's their basic human right. Over the years, acts of misogynistic behaviors within Guyana have taken away from the inherent value of Guyanese women. And what we don't realize is the biggest catalyst for change regarding gender equality are us men. Now men, let me tell you something. The same feeling of insecurity and shame that a woman feels when we catcall her is the same feeling we get when she asks us, "It inside yet?" At least, so I was told. I don't know. Even today, in 2016, many women in Guyana still feel objectified by their male counterparts, who somehow still don't seem to understand the influence of their actions. And something as silly as catcalling can make females feel very uncomfortable, especially in public. So to give our male viewers a first-hand experience on what it's like to be a victim of a male-dominated society, we took a little walk around town to see how many women responded to being objectified by the catcall. Check it out. This is Alex Arjun filming E1, Wrong Town on E1. We're on our way, we're heading into town right now actually, to shoot our catcalling segment where we sweet off some girls and see how they react. Hopefully it's a learning experience for me and the general public, which hopefully will show that, you know, this is a practice that we probably should stop because, you know, it's a bit insulting, not to mention a bit degrading. Actually, I want to apologize in advance to my viewers and the women in my family who may find this offensive, but I promise you it's with the best intentions. I'm actually kind of excited to see what happens because I feel like best case scenario, you know, I walk away with a couple numbers. Worst case scenario, I get punched in the face. I have a very punchable face. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's do this. Here we are outside the famous City Mall on Regent Street. Probably one of the most busiest places, having a lot of traffic, so hopefully we get a lot of people here. I'm gonna go on the cover, my cameraman's gonna be at a distance, and we'll see how this goes down. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but I came swagged out today. My grandmother dressed me actually. She said I look cute. So the first thing about getting anybody's attention, whether it's a boy or girl, man or woman, you gotta know how to swag out, right? You gotta make a presence about yourself and have that aura around you in order to gain attention. So I'm not a pro at that. I'm actually a novice at getting attention, which is kind of weird because I host a TV show. But this is why I recruited my boy Genius over here. Genius, you could introduce yourself to the camera.
Yeah, my name is Genius, Swag Boss. Yeah.
Genius is Swag Boss. So the reason I recruit Genius over here, who's a local rude boy and swag boss, is to give me a couple tips on how to pose off before we make call off. Because you can't call off without posing off. At least that's what I hear. That's the news around town. So Genius, give me 3 poses. 3 poses. Let's do it. There you have it, folks. That's coming, Genius. Genius coming to you live. Genius. Big up. Respect. Good afternoon. I could please take you out for puri. Oh boy, that could get lashed for 6. Don't blush, baby. I just wanted to go on camera that this makes me very uncomfortable. Hi, hello. Good afternoon. Any more space under the umbrella?
Yes, I guess space for you.
So Candy, when you walk along the street and men sweet you off with a, how you feel about that?
I don't really feel offended by that.
You don't feel offended?
No.
Why?
Because it's normal. And to me, it's like people seeing you.
Okay, but you don't think they got other ways to do that for them to get your attention other than make a song that's sort of, let's be honest, kind of degrading?
Kind of.
So what do you think they could do? Ideally, what would you want them to do? If you see a man you like and you want him to get your attention, how was your ideal way of having him do that?
Be courteous. Hi, good morning, whatever. Just be nice.
Be nice. That's great advice. Well, I wish more men could be like that. And it doesn't take much to say, hi, good morning, how are you? You don't agree?
Yeah.
Michelle, what do you think about being catcalled on the road? When women switch you off as opposed to just coming and talking to you like a normal person?
Well, honestly, I think it's a bit immature. And it's not a respectable way. They probably could say, hi, madam, good afternoon, miss, or something like that. But probably that's how they know to do it.
Thank you so much. You're amazing.
All right.
You too. So how do you feel about being catcalled on the road?
I personally, I hate it. Like, if you're going to try to get my attention, be polite. Say good afternoon, ma'am, good afternoon, Well, I'm young, so you don't need to say ma'am, but, good afternoon, how was your day? Well, I usually don't respond, but that get my attention more than you calling me because I'm not a cat.
And you think it's degrading?
I do, because, and a lot in this society, when you don't respond or when they do it and you're offended by it, they turn around and they put you down. They start telling you a lot of disrespectful things if you don't respond to something that is already degrading.
How do you feel when you're walking on the road and a man sweets you off?
I think it degrades you and it's highly disrespectful to call a woman that because it reduces you to merely an object rather than a human because you wouldn't address a human in that way. So that's my
And what do you think men could do instead of doing that?
Offer better comments like good afternoon rather than, hey nice girl, something better. If you want to leave a comment with a woman, do it in a respectful manner.
Hi, Alex Arjun,
Hi,
talk show host. Sadia, nice to meet you, Sadia. So basically, I'm just doing a segment on women's rights and women empowerment. And one big issue in Guyana is the fact that men just take for granted how they approach women. So instead of just coming up and talking to you, I would be sweet you off, which is, in my opinion, disrespectful. Given today, some women don't think so, apparently. But I'd love to hear your comments about it. So.
Well, presently what I realize is it's become a norm by men to do this. I honestly don't like it very much at all. But from your view, I would like to know. You say you don't like it at all, right? Why would you think some men find it disrespectful? Do you think it's because they don't find it disrespectful? Do you think it's because some women actually allow it sometimes?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
and which is why the change, by the way, there's no fault on women for this, it's just how society has been. But the change starts with women voicing their opinions, you know, they need the same voice as men. One more question. So instead of being catcalled, how would you want a man to approach you? Ideally, if he was interested in you.
Some men have manners. They would say good afternoon, but then they would say good afternoon, baby. Now that's just pushing. Any man that says come see me and says good afternoon, I would always respond to them. I don't see a problem. Even though I may know their intentions, I would still say it. If you push that further.
Thanks so much, Sadia. I appreciate it. You're awesome. Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon. I'm a talk show host and I'm just doing a piece on women's rights and I was just hoping for a comment. What do you think about catcalling, Melissa?
Yes, I think that it's disrespectful on a woman's behalf or on my behalf. Because any man that calls a woman like super off or brawl out her name or so forth, I don't think that is being manly. He can be a man, walk up to her, hello, good morning, good afternoon, you know, what's your name, or be more professional in doing it. And I think any young lady, I have to say, depending on her bringing again, right, would like when a man speak to her properly, right? Because me personally, I don't like men in particular speaking to me anyhow. Hey girl, and sipping me off, and you know, no, talk to me properly, and then I respond properly. But if you don't speak properly, then obviously you will get the negative.
So we took a break from Round Town and we're currently in the University of Guyana campus. And where I'm standing now is known as the Catwalk. And what we're hoping to do is catch a couple of students who can tell us more about what they think about catcalling. Because what better place to have a show on such topical issues than with the future of Guyana. This is where they're educated and this is where they're going to give us their views. Here we go. How do you feel about, as a woman, and having men make those noises or call you off on the road?
As a woman, I feel disrespected. Okay. To have been called certain names and such.
And what alternatives do you think that men should employ?
Some alternatives that men should employ. As in, if I'm walking on the road and you want to address me, then you say, "Excuse me, young lady," and you know, something of that sort.
And what if, like, I'm a male and you're pretty and I'm interested in you and I want to take you out to dinner? How would I, as opposed to me getting your attention by going, what could I do to be respectful and polite? Or, you know, so like men out there know that they can't just do that because they're entitled to it, because it is a norm, you know? Mm-hmm. So what would be your solution?
My solution, if you want to ask me if we're already friends or strangers?
No, strangers.
I would think that you're pretty and I won't want to go out with you.
That's fair. So, yeah. I respect that. Okay. So there you go, fellas. Even though the act of sweetening off someone might be deeply embedded within our culture and maybe even a natural instinct, there are many females who feel that this practice is not only immature, but demeaning, for they too are equal members of society. And if we want to live in a more progressive society where everyone is treated fair and equal, it's our job as Guyanese citizens to ensure that no group is objectified based on what has been a historical norm. On that note, I'd like to welcome our first guest on Round Town, who's a fast-rising local artiste and personal friend of mine. Here to perform his new single, GT Girl, as a tribute to all Guyanese women. Dublin, everybody.
You stole my heart, yeah, GT woman. Oh, oh, we've come so far, yeah, GT woman. Ooh, girl, yeah, you hurt me, probably don't deserve me. You're far from perfect, but always come first place in my life, and it feels so right, yeah. You stole my heart, yeah, GT woman. Oh, oh, we've come so far, yeah, GT woman. GT woman. GT woman. GT woman. We got a love-hate thing I just can't explain. My loyalty won't change, and I'll admit it, no, I ain't ashamed. Give you my heart, everything I got. Ain't no matter what, you reserved your spot. You and I will always be the perfect match. Won't jump on a plane, never turn my. You stole my heart, yeah, GT woman. Oh, oh, we've come so far, yeah, GT woman. Anywhere you come from, no matter what, once you're from Guyana, you know I love you. It's a clever woman, anywhere. Lindan woman, you're all my GT women. Barbies woman, no matter where I go. No matter where I go, you stay on my mind. Filled with gems, wanna see you shine. Protect and serve, stay by your side. Can't turn me against her, don't waste your. We'll never see the day, not in this lifetime. Another love like this you never can find. Walk this road through the highs and the lows. At the end of the day, I just pray shit. Cause you stole my heart, tore me apart. GT woman, GT woman, GT woman. And we've come so far.